It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Amway Center in downtown Orlando, tonight the Orlando Magic playing host to the LA Clippers. The opening tip won by the Magic, and we're underway on Church Street in downtown Orlando. Markelle Fultz. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Fultz with the basketball. Down a point. To Fournier. Fires the three. Evan Fournier in rhythm. Makes it look easy with the three.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Beverly. To Paul George. Nikola Vucevic sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Vucevic. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. And Kawhi Leonard, good on the quick release there.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Leonard, Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
To George. And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Big finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul George. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 23, Louis Williams.
Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, 3 for 4. Good start.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
The drive, right to the basket. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Beverly into the front court. It's a 1-point game, 13-12. Knocked loose. Iwundu, tough matchup against George. Switching gears, Steve Clifford makes a substitution. Leonard. Won't go down. Ivica Zubac with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
George. It's no good. Shot's not going down. It's Orlando's ball. To Fournier. Beyond the arc for three. He made his first effort, but not that time. George. To Williams. Evan Fournier.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Clippers, number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
Hey, hit that. You open. Yeah, take that.
Leonard. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Fultz into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. Magic have it. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Flushes it home.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Aminu. George. And he knocks it down, Jay.
The assist from number 2, Kawhi.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. That ends the period. The Clippers are out in front. Second quarter about to start. Jay, this has felt like a game of horse. It was shot for shot in the opening period.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Isaac. Jaren Grant against George. 4-3. Ooh, he'll take that.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, are you sure you want to give me the ball here?
To George. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The assist from number 8.
Paul George. They'll get it down low to Harrell. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
To Paul George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Lets it fly from long range, and it's Zubac with the rebound. Here's Leonard for 2. The Magic with the rebound. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To George. Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Down to 5 on the 24. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. From long range, it's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Aminu matched up with Paul George. Knocks down the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Leonard to Paul George. And he drains it.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the three, count the triple.
Augustine, 3 points.
To Williams. Knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. George. Rebound Bamba. Isaac. And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Deep left corner. For 3, no good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Fires the 3, and he hits. Magic in control. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, yeah, go right back to you.
Beyond the arc for 3. Steps out and hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Beverly into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. Can't get the bounce. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Zubac with the rebound. George. It's rebounded by Gordon. To Fultz. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Markelle Fultz. Time for a change. Steve Clifford makes the move to his bench. Leonard to George. 4-3. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse and take out for, guess what, another one.
Lets it fly from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
It's PG for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Clippers have it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And finishes strong.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
And drains it.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Slam dunk for Jonathan Isaac.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Leonard. Down low George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Paul George locked in. Hits the tough 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
And he buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Gets it in the right corner. From long range. And he buries it. George. That pass stolen by Orlando.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
Great feed. Sets it up. Fires the three. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
George, and he knocks it down, Jay. To Mo Bamba. Jonathan Isaac misfires. It's no good. LA Clippers with the basketball. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Fultz with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. The pass set it all up.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
To Paul George. Count the baskets.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Yes, Aaron Gordon. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. A shot at the buzzer. Aaron Gordon pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ballgame.
To Beverly. Patrick Beverly. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fultz to Aaron Gordon. For 3. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended. Throws it down.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Paul George, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Nope, the first one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Oh, big finish at the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Paul George to Williams. Fires the three. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
To Vucevic. Nothing going here on that drive. Vucevic against George. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend. Williams across the timeline. Up by 3. Missed a wide open look. Fournier. Evan Fournier. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
George. Not getting the bounce. It's a big finish.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
George to Harkless. George, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Markelle Fultz to Fournier. Vucevic, knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
George trying to hit 50, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
No good. To George. Beyond the arc for 3. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George. Great pass to set it up. Lou Williams. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Substitution being made in this one. False. Second effort to Fournier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Magic have it. For 3. Another chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.